Good afternoon and welcome to yet another exciting round of the Carlton Cup. This afternoon coming to you live from Centurion. It is the Centurion Rugby Club that are taking on the Grizzlies, the lads from the north of Pretoria, finding themselves in Centurion this afternoon. Of course, the Grizzlies, they're a team that we have followed quite closely throughout the season. A lot of the broadcasts have focused on this exciting outfit. Of course, we know their colors, white shorts and purple shirts. They're the team that has just ran onto the field, a team that's playing away from home this afternoon. Of course, they want to emulate what we saw from their second team, beating the Centurion Rugby Club 56 to 26 points. That was the Grizzlies' second team. The first team this afternoon, they want another victory that they want to secure for their club as well. Another exciting afternoon of club rugby. It is another exciting broadcast by the Global Sports Network. Every single weekend bringing you only the finest in club rugby from across the country. I'll remind you that if you want to book us for your events, your launches, your concerts, award ceremonies, sport days, use the number on the screen, 074-774-2904. That's the number that you can use for us to come to you and to broadcast live from your sporting events. Centurion Rugby Club, the team that is playing at home this afternoon, running onto the field. Always so fantastic to see the tunnel that's being formed by the second team as well as the supporters of both these teams as well. Another exciting round of the Carlton Cup coming to you live from the Centurion Rugby Club this afternoon. It is round number 4 of this exciting competition. It is the Sanlam Carlton Cup. First team battle about to kick off this afternoon. The last time we found ourselves here at the Centurion Rugby Club, it was Centurion that secured a fantastic 1-point victory on the day. They'll be hoping for more of the same this afternoon. Of course, in that encounter, they beat the Naka Bulls by 34 to 33 points. Let's see how they go this afternoon. It is the Grizzlies. They've got ball in hand. They're playing from left to right on your screen. White shorts, purple kit in terms of the shirt. And then, of course, the home team, the Centurion Rugby Club, wearing their blue kit. They're playing from right to left on your screen. 4 o'clock, we're about to see kickoff in this big battle. The Centurion Rugby Club taking on the Grizzlies. It is the Carlton Cup. There we have it. Kickoff in this battle. Great take there by Centurion. Taking their time there is their scrummy Boerland. A fantastic player, utility player. We've seen him don the colors of his club, playing as the scrummy, the number 9, as well as doing very, very well in terms of kicking off the kicking tee as well. Great player. Most certainly one of the players that you need to look out for. The scrummy of the Centurion Rugby Club. Boerland, the man with ball in hand right now. As we're about to see the first scrum of this first half. Boerland with ball in hand. Rock solid scrum. Quick feed there by Boerland. Advantage being given there to the Centurion Rugby Club. Boerland combining beautifully with Ian there, fly half. Great carry into space. There it is, the home team drawing first blood. First try in this encounter. Less than 1 minute on the clock. It is the number 14, Keith, that secures that fantastic try for the Centurion Rugby Club. I spoke about that 9 and 10 pairing of the Centurion Rugby Club, a lethal combination. Boerland combining beautifully with his fly half Ian there, spreading that ball. Then Keith finding the gap. The right wing of the Centurion Rugby Club securing the first try of the game. 5 points on the board for the Centurion Rugby Club. Unfortunately, Boerland, their scrummy, and the man who handles the kicking responsibilities, not being able to slot away that conversion. However, lots of time left in this game for him to fix those small mistakes. Centurion Rugby Club drawing first blood. 5 points on the board. The Grizzlies, the team that's playing away from home this afternoon, yet to score a single point. As we see the restart there. Fortunately not being able to snatch that ball from the air, the Centurion Rugby Club. The referee calling them back for that infringement. Second scrum of this game. Let's see how they use it. That first one, a rock solid scrum. Advantage as well was given there by the referee. Hence Boerland and Ian, they were able to capitalize, securing that first 5-pointer for the Centurion Rugby Club. Let's see how they go there. Of course, for the Centurion Rugby Club, players like Theo Jordan, Besaidenout, Grobler in that forward pack. They'll be looking to stamp their authority in this game. Of course, the Centurion scrummy there with ball in hand. Boerland already, first few minutes in this game, already being such a prominent feature for the Centurion Rugby Club. Let's see how they go here. Jordan, Besaidenout, Grobler. They'll be looking to make it 2 from 2. And as I say that, that is indeed the case. The scrum collapsing there. Penalty going the way of the Centurion Rugby Club. Great distance there from Ian, the fly half from the Centurion Rugby Club. Not finding touch, however. Grizzlies snatching that ball away. Not being shy of the physical battle are the Grizzlies. We know them well. A team from the northern side of Pretoria North. They love their physical, hard contact rugby. Great kick, fantastic kick into touch there by the Centurion Rugby Club. Already early signs of confidence showing from the Centurion Rugby Club. Helps a lot when you're playing at home. You've got your home supporters, friends and family in the stands. It's always great to show off your rugby skills when your friends and family are watching. The beauty of club rugby as well. Great contest there by the Grizzlies, however. Centurion still securing the ball there. Great combination here. Watch Centurion go. Building momentum. Losing that ball there, unfortunately. Grizzlies within their own 22, they can breathe a sigh of relief. We know that when it comes to offense, the Centurion Rugby Club are a well-oiled machine. Grizzlies, they'll be happy to come away with the ball there. An opportunity for them to kick into touch. Regather, catch their breath. Great kick, beautiful kick into touch there by the Grizzlies. Looking at the dynamic of this game, set pieces always a very crucial part of club rugby. Second line out of the game on the cards here for the Grizzlies. How do they use it? No contest whatsoever. Great line out by the Grizzlies. Going straight into a rolling maul. Pushing back our Centurion. That maul building a little bit of momentum. Centurion scrambling, losing their defensive structure there. Watch the Grizzlies go. That ball perfectly positioned at the back of that maul. Gaining about 30 meters. Great rugby, textbook rugby here by the Grizzlies. Taking his time there. Blaikies. Absolutely beautiful. First try on the board for the Grizzlies, fighting back into this encounter. It is the man with the number 15 on his back for the Grizzlies. Beside note. Absolutely beautiful. Growing in confidence there are the Grizzlies. Looking so good. Fighting back slightly. Just the manner in which that try opportunity was created there. We spoke about lineouts. We said that they will be a vital part of this game. Winning their second lineout opportunity there, the Grizzlies. Going into that rolling maul, gaining about 30 meters. Centurion scrambling defensively. And you can't give the Grizzlies two sniffs at opportunity. Running into space there was Besaidenote. Absolutely beautiful. 5 points on the board plus the conversion. The Grizzlies playing away from home this afternoon. However, showing us that they're most certainly here to play some good club rugby. 7 points to 5 points in this round number 4 battle in the Carlton Cup. Great take there by the Grizzlies. Just within the 22 of the Grizzlies. Strategically choosing to run the ball out of their territory. Taking their time there is Blaikies. There's Scrummy going for the box kick into touch. That kick not necessarily going according to plan for Blaikies. Small mistakes creeping into their game. They've had a great passage of play. Third line out of the game, going the way of the Centurion Rugby Club. Great combinations there between the 5 and the 6 for Centurion. Rick as well as Albert. Bakker, their skipper. The man with the number 6 on his back. Third scrum of this first half. How do they go here? Of course, we saw Centurion dominating the first 2 scrums. Blaikies with ball in hand with the quick feed. Long kick, booting the ball up front with the Grizzlies. Watch Centurion go here, running straight into contact. A great carry there by their fullback, Valdu. Quick feed there from the left wing, Swart for Centurion. Watch the captain here, the man with the number 6, Bakker. Using their big men, looking to muscle their way through here. Centurion. Fortunately, penalty going the way of the Grizzlies. Jordan, the loose head prop. He'll be a little bit disappointed. The Centurion Rugby Club loose head prop. Great kick. That boot has got a lot of distance on it. Great positioning in terms of this line out. The 4th line out of this first half. Grizzlies, they've looked good so far. Another fantastic line out here. Watch how they use the maul as a weapon. Previous maul that we saw from the Grizzlies, being able to travel about 30 meters. How do they go here? Centurion scrambling defensively. Blaikies taking his time there for the Grizzlies. Advantage being given to the Grizzlies, using the width of the field here. Referee, he'll call them back for that advantage. Very interesting thing to note in terms of the set pieces in this game. When you look at the last 4 lineouts, the Grizzlies having a 75% success rate, meaning 3 out of the last 4 lineouts they've executed brilliantly. I'll also remind you that first try and the only try that they've scored so far was from a line-out into a rolling maul that traveled about 30 meters, opening up the gaps. Set pieces being so crucial for the Grizzlies. Watch them go here. Also quite beautiful to see how the Grizzlies are patient. They're not rushing their decision making there. Unfortunately, turnover there. Centurion Rugby Club, they'll be smiling from ear to ear, going for the easy exit there. Kicking that ball into touch. Of course, within your own 22, you want to alleviate the pressure. You don't want to be spending too much time under the pump, under pressure. because that's when mistakes creep into your game. Another line-out opportunity here for the Grizzlies. They've looked so good when it comes to their line-outs. No contest from Centurion, finding the jumper. Watch the Grizzlies go here, looking for try number 3. They already have 7 points on the scoreboard. As I talk about the second try, there it is for the Grizzlies. Growing as the minutes tick on in this game. The Grizzlies really finding their confidence. Absolutely beautiful to see yet again, using their line-out opportunities. The Centurion Rugby Club, they'll be scratching their heads a little bit, feeling the pressure somewhat in this first stanza of the game. I'll remind you, they were the team that drew first blood, scoring that first try, courtesy of Keith, their right wing. But since then, the momentum has truly belonged to the Grizzlies. Can they add 2 more points here to their tally? Unfortunately not. However, they'll still be happy in terms of the scoreboard. Grizzlies, they find themselves on 12 points. The home team, the Centurion Rugby Club, they're on 5 points. About 16 minutes into this encounter. Centurion Rugby Club looking to fight back in this battle. Great take there from the air by the Grizzlies. Yet again choosing to run the ball out of their territory. Here are the Grizzlies. As I say that, they then go for the easy exit. Quick throw in here by the Centurion Rugby Club, using the width of the field. Gaining a few meters there. Their right center, Christian Dalport. Theo Jordan. Great carry, big carry. Watch Boerland running into space here. Somewhat of a sniper. You can't give that man any opportunities. Great combination play between Swart and Dalport there. Knock on. Grizzlies. You can hear their bench quite happy with that decision from the referee. "17 minutes into this game. It is another Carlton Cup battle between the two first teams here in Centurion. The Centurion Rugby Club taking on the Grizzlies. 12 points on the board for the Grizzlies. They've got most of the momentum so far in this first stanza of the game, while the Centurion Rugby Club, even though they scored the first try of this encounter, struggling a little bit. However, we know that they are most certainly a quality outfit. The momentum can shift very, very quickly in this game. Of course, this is a proud broadcast of the Global Sports Network. You're watching us live on YouTube. Remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. Comment down below. Who do you think is going to take this first team battle? And if you want us to broadcast your events, your launches, your concerts, your award ceremonies, your sport days, and other events, we are here for you. Use the number on the screen, 074 774 2904. Fourth scrum of the game. Referee calling them back there. Grizzlies got a little bit excited there. However, an infringement from the Grizzlies. Referee handing the penalty to Centurion. Nice and simple kick into touch by Boeland. About 7 to 10 meters away from the try line here are Centurion. They're looking to fight back here. Another line-out opportunity for them. 6th line-out of this game. How do they use this one? Great contest from the Grizzlies. However, Centurion picking up the scraps. They've got ball in hand. How do they use it? Boeland spreading that ball. Fighting back defensively. Are the Grizzlies? Another big carry. Theo Jordan. He's had a few big carries in this game, yet again featuring Theo. Combining yet again so beautifully with Christian Delport. Second try for the Centurion Rugby Club on the board, courtesy of Christian Delport. Fantastic player. He's worked so hard in the last 20 minutes. The right center for the Centurion Rugby Club. And yet again, that general in the back line, Ian, the fly half of the Centurion Rugby Club, featuring there with the assist. Just the perfect pass, combining with Delport, shaking off a few tackles there as well. Boeland, can he add 2 more points to their tally? Distance, yes. Precision, absolutely. The scrummy, the man with the number 9 on his back. Boeland adding 2 more points to their tally. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a game on our hands here. This round number 4 battle is getting quite interesting. 12 points on the board for both teams. About 21 minutes into this game. So often we talk about momentum. The pendulum of momentum swinging from side to side, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. The Centurion Rugby Club fighting back. Quick restart. Centurion not being able to snatch that ball from the air. Grizzlies picking up the scraps. Grizzlies with ball in hand, using the width of the field. Watch the fullback of the Grizzlies, the man who scored that first try as well, Besaidenote. The one thing that we have all come to love about club rugby is that it's so incredibly physical. Physicality is such a big part of the game. And we've seen great physicality from the forward pack. From Centurion, a player like Theo Jordan. He's featured in a big way for Centurion. Lineup number 7 of this first half. Very, very scrappy there. Knock on by the Grizzlies. When you look at the scrum contest so far in this first 23 minutes of this game so far, this is the 5th scrum of the game. Centurion so far having a success rate of 75%. From the last 4 scrums, they've won 3. Boeland, the scrummy for Centurion. Looking for the quick feed, watching that ball like a hawk. the back of that scrum. Watch the 8th man go here for Centurion, combining with Boerland. Watch Boerland go, looking for support. Yes, sir. Try number 3 on the board for the Centurion Rugby Club. And it's a brace for Keith, the right wing for the Centurion Rugby Club. Absolutely brilliant. Just looking back at how that try was created, a great scrum yet again by the Centurion Rugby Club. Then Malherbe, Dean Malherbe at the back of that scrum, picking up that ball, running into space, combining with Boerland. And then a beautiful offload from Boerland to Keith. Keith securing his brace. Boerland, unfortunately missing that opportunity at a conversion. That's the one area, pardon me, of his game that he'll be a little bit concerned about. He's had 3 opportunities to kick off the kicking tee, missing 2, slotting away 1. However, there's a lot of time on the clock for Boerland to fix those mistakes. Of course, we know him very, very well. Utility player for Centurion, a quality player. As we see the quick restart here by the Grizzlies. Great take from the air by Centurion. Putting down the shoulder here. Watch Centurion go. Ian, the fly half, feeling a little bit of the pressure. Boerland passing that ball to Theo Jordan. He's had a few big carries in this game. Watch Centurion go yet again. Christian Dalpoort looking for a few gaps. Infringement here by the Grizzlies, offside. Penalty going the way of the Centurion Rugby Club. We're about 27 minutes into this first half. Centurion Rugby Club, they currently lead 17 to 12 points against the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies playing away from home this afternoon. The one thing they've done well is contain and defend the pressure from the Centurion Rugby Club. 8th line out of this first half. How does Centurion use it here? Finding his jumper beautifully there. Besaidenote. Great rolling mole here, being used by Centurion. We saw the Grizzlies earlier on using the rolling mole. Centurion this time around getting about 20 meters. Boerland, Ian. Swart with a big carry there. Boerland spreading that ball. Dean Malherbe, the creator of that 3rd try there, the 8th man. Ian, the fly half of Centurion, gaining meter after meter here. Also getting the penalty as well here. Decision-making time. How do they use this opportunity? Do they go for the 3 points? Probably tap and play here. Boerland, the scrummy of the Centurion Rugby Club, with ball in hand. course, looking at the last 30 meters, players like Boeland, Keith, the man who scored his brace, Christian Dalpoort, as well as their loose head prop, Theo Jordan. They have featured massively for the Centurion Rugby Club. About 10 minutes left on the scoreboard. They'll be looking to wrap up this first half on a good note. An opportunity here for the Centurion Rugby Club. It is the 6th scrum opportunity of this first half. Of course, looking at the percentages from the last 5 scrums that we have seen in this first half, the Centurion Rugby Club being successful in 4 of them. The Grizzlies just in 1. How will they go here? Centurion with another big opportunity. Quick feed here by Boeland. Patiently watching that ball at the back of that scrum. Watch Ian. Keith, the man who's on a brace, offloads beautifully. Valdu, the fullback, the man with the number 15 on his back, securing a try number 4 for the Centurion Rugby Club. A well-oiled machine offensively. Our Centurion, absolutely beautiful. We spoke about how important set pieces are. Great scrum yet again by Centurion. Dalpoort, pardon me, Boeland, the scrummy, combining yet again with Ian, the fly half. Spreading that ball to Keith and then to Valdu. Try number 4 on the board for Centurion. Add 2 points to their tally. Beautiful conversion by Boeland. Off the kicking tee. His percentages are 50%. Slotting away 2 kicks from 4 opportunities. We spoke about the fact that he is a quality player, shaking off the mistakes from earlier, bouncing back. As this game continues, you can just see how the Centurion Rugby Club are growing in confidence. 24 points to 12 points. Centurion leading the Grizzlies. Unfortunately, losing the ball there. Centurion. However, referee was playing advantage there for Centurion. The man on your screen right now, the fly half for Centurion, Ian. What a general in the back line. He's been so vital to the success that the Centurion Rugby Club has seen in this first half so far. Also the man with ball in hand, Boeland. He's been vital to their success as well. That 9-10 combination producing the goods for Centurion. Seems like we've got an injury on the park. Boetes, Andre Boetes. Injury to the arm there. Of course, we are nearing half-time. Given the physicality of this game so far, there will be a lot of sore muscles, given the hard hits that we have seen. But that is the beauty, of course, of club rugby. Hard, physical rugby. And that's the type of rugby that these supporters come out every single week to come and see. Of course, this is a proud broadcast by the Global Sports Network. Every single weekend, bringing you the finest in club rugby, where passion meets purpose. Of course, feel free. Down below, you are watching on YouTube right now. We're coming to you live. Remember to like, to share, and to subscribe, and comment down below. Who do you think is going to take this round number 4 battle between the Centurion Rugby Club and the Grizzlies? We have seen Centurion have all the momentum in that first half. Quick feed here by Boeland. Scrum number 7. Scrum popping up there at the top. Referee will just ask them to reset. It has been a great contest so far in this first half. However, the Grizzlies playing in patches. They had moments from about 10 to 20 minutes into this first half. They were looking so good after scoring those first 2 tries. However, since then, they've really struggled with the tempo that we've seen from the Centurion Rugby Club. 7th scrum of this first half. Watch Centurion go. Boeland booting the ball up front. Grizzlies. Besaidenote, the man who scored that first try for the Grizzlies, being tackled there, losing the ball as well. Grizzlies still with ball in hand though. Not being able to get that ball away there. The scrummy for the Grizzlies. Leonardo Blykes. He's been under a lot of pressure this afternoon, not being able to play the game that we know from him, that free-flowing, fast-running rugby. Centurion, they've been great offensively, but also defensively, being able to contain numerous attacks from the Grizzlies. Eighth scrum of this first half. Quick feed by Boeland, spreading that ball. Pressure being applied on Ian, the fly half for Centurion. Ball booted up front. Grizzlies chasing that ball. Running into his player there. Pikes. The fly half for the Grizzlies. Turnover ball here for Centurion. Kapenda with a solid carry. However, the Grizzlies, they'll breathe a sigh of relief. First half coming to an end. Centurion Rugby Club, the home team, leading 24 to 12 points. They'll be happy with the performances that we've seen from them so far in this first half. Grizzlies, they've really felt the pressure. They've got an opportunity here with a long line out, not executing it successfully. The skipper for Centurion, Bakr. Watch Centurion go here. Valdu, watch him go. Ho ho! Great defensive efforts by the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have faced a lot of pressure in this first half, and it's very commendable to see how they fought hard, blocking what could have been try number 5 for the Centurion Rugby Club. Referee consulting his assistant on the touchline. Referee just having a quick chat to Albert Bakker, the skipper, the captain of the Centurion Rugby Club. First half about to come to an end here in Centurion. It is a round number 4 battle in the Carlton Cup between the Grizzlies as well as the Centurion Rugby Club, the team that's playing at home this afternoon. Of course, given the rugby that we've seen from them, they've got a little bit more energy, a little bit more pace. And of course, that comes from the local supporters that have come out to support their local heroes. Of course, as we often say, club rugby, the heartbeat of South African rugby. Yes, we know the URC is on the cards this weekend. It is the quarter-final stage, but it is the Carlton Cup that we focus on. Great scrum here. Beautiful scrum by the Centurion Rugby Club yet again, leading to try number 5. Wow. Simply can't stop the Centurion Rugby Club this afternoon. Watch this quick replay. Unfortunately, not being able to see that angle there. Great scrum by the Centurion Rugby Club. Of course, just picking up that ball, moving like a steam train, unstoppable steam train, securing try number 5. Centurion Rugby Club, they'll be very, very happy going into their halftime huddle. Of course, they slotted away that conversion as well. Halftime. Between the Centurion Rugby Club and the Grizzlies. 31-12 is the scoreboard at halftime. The Centurion Rugby Club, they'll be very, very happy with the performance that we saw from them. Of course, firstly, we have to give a lot of credit to their forward pack that have really, really dominated at scrum time. I mean, just looking at some of the scrums that we saw in that first half, the Centurion Rugby Club being successful 8 times out of 9. Great scrum percentage there for the Centurion Rugby Club. However, we have to shine a spotlight on a player like Theo Jordan, Besaidenout, their hooker, as well as Grobler. They've been rock solid at scrum time. Just the way in which they've applied continuous pressure on the Grizzlies. You look at a player like Theo Jordan, massive, massive carries in this encounter. And just the way in which he's been able to use his muscle power to break the defensive structures of the Grizzlies has been fantastic to watch. Then we move on to the back line. A lot of backline players that have put in a long, hard shift in that first half for the Centurion Rugby Club. I mean, you have to shine a massive spotlight on the general of that back line, Boerland, a fantastic player who is featured at Scrummy wearing the number 9 jersey for the Centurion Rugby Club. Of course, also handling a lot of the kicking responsibilities as well for Centurion. He's been fantastic in that first half. But you also have to mention the combination between him as well as their fly half, Ian, has been fantastic. Just the way in which they've showcased the chemistry that they have, the way in which they string their passes together, spreading that ball to players like Christian Dalport, who scored a try, their right center, and then Keith, their right wing, the man with the number 14 on his back. A lot of the supply has come from Dalport as well as Ian. Of course, a man who will be very, very happy with his first half performance is Keith, securing a brace. And then when you look at the Grizzlies, they've had somewhat of a shaky start in this encounter, conceding that first try and then having to fight back through players like Besaiden Oates, the fullback of the Grizzlies. However, star players that we are used to seeing feature so prominently, a player like Leonardo Plaikis, the scrummy for the Grizzlies, he's been under a lot of pressure. Rodwell, Baikis, the fly half of the Grizzlies, he hasn't seen much of the ball. And that tells a story that a lot of the pressure has been applied on the Grizzlies and they've just been taking and absorbing a lot of that pressure. However, 5 tries on the board, going the way of the Centurion Rugby Club. A lot can be said to the Grizzlies. They'll be looking to make this game a contest. We know that playing away from home is never easy, but we do know that they are a quality outfit and they will fight hard until the final minutes of the game. Club rugby at its finest, brought to you proudly by the Global Sports Network, coming to you live on YouTube right now. It is round number 4 action in the Carlton Cup between the Grizzlies and the Centurion Rugby Club. Centurion leading at halftime, 31-21 points. Beautiful club rugby on display. Lots of physicality. We saw the medical team putting in a long shift in that first half, but that's how we like our club rugby. It has to be fast, but it also has to be very, very physical. We are about to see the start of the second half. Looking at the scoreboard, heading into the second half, it is the Grizzlies. They are on 12 points. The home team, the Centurion Rugby Club, they find themselves on 31 points heading into the second half. They had 90% of all the momentum in that first half. They'll be hoping for more of the same in the second half. Players like Boerland, Ian, their fly half, Joshua Swart, their left wing, Christian Dalport, Keith, they'll be looking to secure another memorable W playing at home. Of course, the Grizzlies, they want to change the script, make this a contest. Of course, we are expecting a big fight back from the Grizzlies. Second half, kicking off. Centurion Rugby Club in their blue kit, playing from left to right on your screen. The Grizzlies, white shorts, purple shirts, playing from right to left on your screen. Watch the Centurion Rugby Club go here. Pressure being applied on the Grizzlies yet again. Boeland taking his time, solid offload to Grobler. Watch how these passes combine. Christian Dalpoort taking the tackle there, absorbing the pressure. Looking for a big carry here. Vumisa, the man with the number 12 on his back for the Centurion Rugby Club. The second half starting with a very, very high tempo. The pressure still being applied on the Grizzlies. They felt all the pressure in that first half. Can they write a different script in the second half? Intention very, very clear by the Centurion Rugby Club. Boeland kicking that ball into touch, making it known that they're looking for another 7-pointer. Another successful line out, possibly into a maul, then a try. No contest from the Grizzlies, finding his jumper there. Maul forming beautifully here for the Centurion Rugby Club. Watch how that ball is beautifully positioned at the back of that maul. Dalpoort snatching that ball away. We spoke about him. A sniper. You can't give this man too many opportunities because he will definitely make you pay in a big way. The scrummy, the man with the number 9 on his back, securing try number 6 for the Centurion Rugby Club. Just watch how this try was scored. Great line out into the rolling maul. Watching that ball beautifully. Dalpoort spotting the gap. Cruising to the try line. 6 tries secured for the Centurion Rugby Club. Dalpoort, such a vital player for the Centurion Rugby Club. Yes, he's the scrummy, but he also handles the kicking responsibilities in terms of his percentages. In the first half, 50%. Missing 2, slotting away 2. How does he go here? Precision, yes. Distance, absolutely. 2 points added to their tally. Centurion Rugby Club really taking full control of this encounter, moving their tally up to 38 points. The Grizzlies really, really having a tough time. A tough day in the office, as they would say. They only have 12 points so far in this encounter. As we see a quick restart. Grizzlies with ball in hand. Shabang, the lock for the Grizzlies. Solid carry. Great defensive structures here by the Centurion Rugby Club. Even when the Grizzlies have the ball in hand, they find it really, really tough to break the defensive structures of the Centurion Rugby Club. The man with ball in hand, Rodwell. Bikes, a man with a very, very strong boot. Great kick into touch there. First line-out opportunity of the second half. How do the Grizzlies use it? Great contest from Centurion. However, Grizzlies still with ball in hand. Shabangu putting down the shoulder. looking for opportunities. Watch the skipper, Boertes, Andre Boertes, running straight into contact for the Grizzlies. For the first time in the second half, Centurion being tested defensively now. Can the Grizzlies secure their third try of the game? Grizzlies still with ball in hand. Rodwell not finding his teammate there. We spoke about him, the skipper for the Grizzlies, Andre Boertes, unfortunately not being able to hold on to the ball there. However, seeing great positive rugby here from the Grizzlies, looking to fight back in the second half. First scrum of the second half, Boerland. Centurion scrummy with ball in hand. The scrum within their 22. How will they go here? They were so good at scrum time in the first half. Players like Theo Jordan, Besaidenout, Grobler in the first half. That scrum collapsing immediately. Grizzlies being penalized there. Penalty going the way of Centurion. Another wasted opportunity there by the Grizzlies. Great kick into touch here by the Centurion Rugby Club. First line-out opportunity of the second half for the Centurion Rugby Club. No contest from the Grizzlies, however, not finding his jumper. Grizzlies picking up the scraps. Waiki spreading that ball. Viljoen with a big carry here. Watch the number 13 go from the Grizzlies, so close to the try line. The referee calling them back for that advantage that he gave earlier on. However, a player like Viljoen really making his mark on this game, fighting hard in the second half. Fighting to make that scoreboard look a little bit more respectable, possibly secure a victory. Nice and easy, simple kick into touch. Quality player he is. Rodwell, Baikis, the fly half for the Grizzlies. Great line out here by the Grizzlies. Can they use the maul? That maul building momentum. That ball perfectly positioned at the back of that maul. Unfortunately, not getting the try. However, referee was playing advantage. Now these are the moments that matter for the Grizzlies. Can they convert opportunities into points on the scoreboard? Fourth line out of the second half. Long throw by the Grizzlies, finding their jumper. Shabang. Just watch how the Grizzlies use the small as a weapon. As I say that, there it is. Try number 3 on the board for the Grizzlies. The fight back is on, ladies and gentlemen. Grizzlies moving their tally up to 17 points. However, the Centurion Rugby Club are still in charge. Watch the replay here. From that beautifully executed line out into this rolling maul that they've used on countless occasions as a weapon. Set piece is such a big part of the conversation in this battle between the Grizzlies and the Centurion Rugby Club. Momentum shifting slightly. Grizzlies writing somewhat of a different script to that we've seen in the first half. Rodwell, Bikes, slotting away the 2 points as well. Also watching his body language as well, you can see how he's growing in confidence. Slowly but surely, playing with an extra bounce in his step. You have to give a lot of credit to the character that we're seeing from the Grizzlies in the second half. Really fighting back. Showcasing that they didn't travel all this way to just come here and lie down and not put in a good shift. 51 minutes on the clock. The home team, the Centurion Rugby Club, on 38 points. The Grizzlies they're on 19 points. Referee taking full control of this game. Just appreciated the way that he's managed this game so far. Of course, we know that so often in club rugby, tempers flare, things get physical, but a lot of credit has to go to him. The man with the whistle out in the middle. He's done a fantastic job so far. Opportunity here for the Centurion Rugby Club. Line out opportunity. Snatched away by the Grizzlies. Beautiful rugby there. Great tackle. Good tackle technique as well. Grizzlies still with ball in hand. Booting the ball up front. Besaidenote, the man who scored a try in the first half, running into space. Valdu, watch this man go! Looking for support. Finding the hooker. Absolutely beautiful. Besaidenote. I mean, when you talk about utility players, you have to give a lot of credit to the Centurion Rugby Club. Watch Valdu running into space. Absolutely beautiful. Looking for support. And guess what? His teammate, Besaidenote, the hooker of the team, running on the left-hand side of the field. Yes, he's a hooker, but he runs like a winger. Absolutely beautiful, fast-running rugby on display. It is round number 4 of the Carlton Cup. Yet again, we talk about that pendulum of momentum. Centurion Rugby Club just pulling it back after the Grizzlies got their first try in the second half. They scored a try of their own. Unfortunately, Boeland not being able to slot away that conversion. He slotted away one and he's missed one in the second half. Kicking percentage of 50%. Quick look at the scoreboard. Grizzlies, they find themselves on 19 points. Centurion Rugby Club in full control on 43 points. Absolutely beautiful. Second scrum opportunity here. Right on the halfway line for the Centurion Rugby Club. They've been so good in terms of their scrums. Players like Jordan, Besaidenout, Groblar, they've been rock solid in that front row. That scrum slightly popping up there at the top. Referee just stepping in there. One has to say it has been a fantastic afternoon of club rugby here in Centurion. I'll remind you that the Grizzlies' second team, they secured the W, beating the Centurion Rugby Club 56 to 26 points earlier on. However, the first team for Centurion writing a different script in this encounter. Scrum collapsing there. Centurion Rugby Club being penalized. Slowly but surely, things are starting to click for the Grizzlies. However, is there enough time left on the clock for them to win this game? Keeping the ball in touch, Centurion Rugby Club, Joshua Swart finding the gap there, running into space, putting down the shoulder there. Snatching the ball away. Here come the Grizzlies. Smart rugby here by the Centurion Rugby Club, using the touchline as an extra defender. Sometimes when you're under pressure, you just have to push the player into touch. Gives you an opportunity to reset your defensive structures, but also for the team to catch their breath. Third scrum of the second half. Blykes, Leonardo Blykes with ball in hand, the scrummy for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies being penalized there. You can see what winning each and every single scrum battle means to these Centurion lads. They've been in full control, also finding the perfect blend between fast running rugby from their backline players, but also great physical rugby from their forward pack, and great stability as well. So often in rugby we talk about the forwards, they lay the foundation, and then the backline players, they handle their business off of that foundation that the forwards have set, and that's exactly what we've seen from the Centurion Rugby Club. Great contest there, snatching that ball away with the Grizzlies, spreading that ball, using the width of the field. Pass not finding his teammate there. Marcel Human. Wow, what a kick. When you talk about quality, that's quality. on full display in HD, high definition, proudly brought to you by the Global Sport Network. If you're watching us on YouTube, remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. Comment down below, be a part of the conversation. Who's taking this big one? It is a round number 4 battle between the Centurion Rugby Club and the Grizzlies. Beautiful line out, finding his jumper, no contest from the Grizzlies. Watch Beseda notes, that ball perfectly positioned. Dancing his way around. Valdu, the man who scored a try in the first half. Knock on there. Centurion being penalized. So much quality within the squad. Hence you see the scoreboard reading 43 to 19 points to the Centurion Rugby Club. Players like Theo Jordan, Besedenote, Groblar in that forward pack. They've been phenomenal. When you look at the back line, Christian Dalpoort, Ian, their fly half, Boerland, rock solid performance. Grizzlies, they've really felt the pressure. Let's see how they go at the scrum. Yet again, things not going their way. Quick tap and play here by the Centurion Rugby Club, spreading that ball with confidence. Keith, their right winger, can he get his brace? Yes! Another try, absolutely beautiful. The flanker, Albert Kapenda, absolutely beautiful. He's put in a big shift this afternoon, and it is so beautiful to see him get that try. Watch how that try was created. Boerland with ball in hand, looking for the pass there. Just that bounce of the ball, working in the favor of the Centurion Rugby Club. Albert Makapenda, the flanker, securing yet another fantastic try for the Centurion Rugby Club. Boerland slotting that ball away as well. Beautiful, beautiful rugby on display here. He's looking good, fixing some of those errors we saw off the kicking tee earlier on in the second half. Slotting away 2 from 3. Great work. Another big shift being put in by Boerland. $50 points on the board for the Centurion Rugby Club. Grizzlies, they find themselves on 19 points. Spreading that ball here. Our Centurion, what an offload into space. Ian finding Keith, and that's it. That's the hat trick. Absolutely beautiful. The celebrations. You can see the players celebrating on the field. That offload, so beautiful. The fly half, Ian, finding the support. And guess who it is? The man who has now secured his hat trick. Keith. He's having a fantastic afternoon. It's not every day you see a hat trick in rugby, but today's the day. Right here in Centurion for the Centurion Rugby Club. Absolutely beautiful. Two points on offer here with this conversion. How do they go? Boerland, the scrummy, also handles the kicking responsibilities. That kick not going according to plan. terms of his kicking percentage for the second half, 50%. He'll be scratching his head a little bit given the quality that he has within his boots. Slotting away 2, missing 2 in the second half. What's interesting is those are the same stats for the first half. He'll be looking to fix those mistakes. He's got some time. Great take from the air by the Centurion Rugby Club. Boyland. Watch these passes go. Yet again running into space with another big offload. Joshua Swart. Boyland spreading that ball. Vumisa. Running into a brick wall there. Their skipper, Albert Bakker, the man with the number 6 on his back. Unfortunately, errors, small errors, creeping into the game of the Centurion Rugby Club. Just watch this replay here. Boyland looking to get that ball quickly to Malan. Unfortunately, not being able to snatch that ball. We talk about soft hands. You need to relax those hands a little bit. He was looking to catch that ball, just bouncing out of his hands there. Worry not, they've got a massive lead on the scoreboard. Yes, their head coach, he'll be a little bit concerned with these small errors creeping into their game, but they've really put in a big shift this afternoon. With 55 points on the board, the Centurion Rugby Club, they'll be very happy with their performance so far this afternoon. The Grizzlies, the team that are playing away from home this afternoon, they've really felt the pressure in a big way. Really struggling to gain any momentum. Of course, this broadcast is brought to you live by the Global Sports Network, where passion meets purpose. If you're interested in booking us to come and broadcast your concerts, sporting events, award ceremonies, use the number on the screen. 074 774 2904. That's the number that you can use and we can come to you. Big scrum here for the Grizzlies. Watch them go, looking to fight back. Advantage being given to the Grizzlies. Stringing together a few nice passes, running into a brick wall there. Not getting his way. De Blanche. Somewhat of a goose step there by Shambang. Finding his man there. Rodwell. Bikes. Quite interesting to see how the fly half, Rodwell Bikes, is being quite creative, looking for different ways to break down the Centurion team, who have been rock solid defensively. You saw that kick into space, finding his winger there. Just bringing a little bit of variation to the rugby that we've seen from them, trying to find solutions to make that scoreboard look a little bit more respectable for the Grizzlies. Great line out. Pressure being applied on the Grizzlies. Yes, they've got ball in hand. However, feeling the pressure. Yet again, look at that clever boot. Kicking that ball into space, not working on that occasion. We spoke about how the game is changing here for the Grizzlies. Rodwell, Bikes, changing the way in which he's playing his game, looking to kick that ball over the defensive line of the Centurion Rugby Club, kicking it into space, hoping that his teammates run, snatch that ball, and that creates opportunities for them. Going for a kick into touch here. Intentions very clear. Could have easily gone for 3 points. However, when you look at the points difference on the scoreboard, the Grizzlies, they have to go for a try. They've looked good when it comes to their lineouts in the second half. How will they use this lineout? As the sun sets here in Centurion, the beauty of club rugby on full display this afternoon. Finding his jumper nice and easy into that rolling maul. Watch the small goal from the Grizzlies. There it is. Try number 4 for the Grizzlies. Fighting back in this encounter. Loving the fight back. Players like Shabangu, Leonardo Plaikis, they scrummy. Rodwell, Baikis, really fighting hard in the second half. Of course, Ter Blanche, their right center, he's also looked very good. Turning this game into somewhat of a contest. At the end of that first half, it looked like Centurion had all the momentum. However, when you look at that scoreboard, it looks like Centurion Rugby Club have done enough, securing 55 points. The Grizzlies, they're now on 26 points, moving their tally up after that successful conversion from Rodwell, Baikis. The fight back is on, ladies and gentlemen, from the Grizzlies. The question is it too late in this round number 4 battle in the Carlton Cup between the Grizzlies and the Centurion Rugby Club? Snatching that ball from the air. Grizzlies, pressure being applied by the Centurion Rugby Club. Putting down the shoulder there, Yaku Kutsia for the Grizzlies. Turnover ball here. Centurion Rugby Club with ball in hand. Their skipper spreading that ball to Boerland. Malan. Malarbe. The 8th man. He's had a fantastic game this afternoon. Just his ability to run into space, contributing with great carries as well. High tackle there. On Valdu, the man who scored a try for Centurion in the first half. The Grizzlies, discipline, letting them down. You don't want to be conceding soft penalties at this stage in the game, especially if you're trailing on the scoreboard. Absolutely beautiful. Watch him go, looking for the support line. Not finding support, but the bounce in their favor. Yes! The Grizzlies fighting back, absolutely beautiful. The man with the number 7 on his back, Adrian. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, a lot of the work there being done by the fly half. Watch this man go. That chip into space, picking up the ball, running, looking for the support line. Not necessarily finding the pass, but the bounce in their favor. We called it early on in the second half. We said the fight back is on, but is it a little bit too late? Great passage of play here from the Grizzlies, also slotting away the conversion as well. Wow, the last 15 minutes so far have truly belonged to the Grizzlies. But that foundation that was set by the Centurion Rugby Club in that first half, paying dividends right now. Hence you see that massive lead on the scoreboard. 55 to 33 points. Centurion Rugby Club in full control, even though we are seeing a fight back here from the Grizzlies. Yet again, star player. We spoke about the variation in their game. These smart strategic kicks from bikies. Just the way in which they've changed their game is really working in their favor. Chipping that ball into space behind the defensive line of the Centurion Rugby Club is really working well for the Grizzlies. Not finding touch there. Malherbe, the 8th man. We can call him the Viking, given the hairstyle. Great physical rugby that we've seen from him as well. Boland spreading that ball, finding his skipper. Albert Bakker running into space, not finding his teammate there with the pass. Things getting a little bit physical. Now these are the passages of play that you don't want to see, the moments that you don't want to see. In club rugby, these are the moments where we remind the players, rather show off your rugby skills, not your boxing skills. A little bit of frustration creeping into the game of the Grizzlies. Referee has managed this game beautifully. Just having a quick chat there to the captain as well as the head coach of the Grizzlies. Of course, these are the moments that we don't want to highlight, but then again, raw passion, emotion on display, and that's why we love club rugby. Every moment matters. The fight back is on for the Grizzlies, but is it a little bit too late? 55 points on the board for the Centurion Rugby Club. The Grizzlies, they're on 33 points. Shabang, the lock for the Grizzlies, being taken off. Of course, sore bodies being a big part of the game right now. We are very, very close to the end of this round number 4 battle in the Carlton Cup. Another big scrum opportunity here. Centurion Rugby Club, that foundation, that rock solid foundation that they set in the first half, really paying dividends. Even though we are seeing a strong fight back here from the Grizzlies, they still have a very strong lead on the scoreboard. Yet again, tempers flaring. Yaku, Kutsia, the man with the number 17 on his back, just showcasing that he should have gotten a few more minutes given the passion that he's showing. Big boy, physical as well. He's featured beautifully in the second half for the Grizzlies. Boland with ball in hand here. Another scrum opportunity here for the Centurion Rugby Club. Quick feed. Spreading that ball. Not finding their teammates here. Clock winding down. Centurion Rugby Club, they're about to secure yet another victory on their home turf. The man with ball in hand, he'll be happy with how his charges have performed this afternoon. Albert Bakker, specifically this young man. Their scrummy Boerland, he's been absolutely fantastic. The only blemish on the 80 minutes that we've seen from him so far is just his ability off the kicking tee. Success rates of about 50%. He'll want to improve that throughout the season. Line out opportunity missed. Running into space. Watch the Grizzlies go. Great support line. Absolutely beautiful tackle by Keith. Not just scoring hat tricks, putting in a defensive shift as well. Beautiful try by the number 12, Werner Skuman. Fighting hard here are the Grizzlies. What a beautiful try by the Grizzlies, making that scoreboard a little bit more respectable. And I'll remind you, in the last 25 minutes, the Centurion Rugby Club haven't scored a single point. However, that foundation that was set in the first half has really worked in their favor. The Grizzlies fighting hard. Fantastic try there by Werner Skuman. Their center. Can they add 2 more points to their tally? Slotting away the conversion. Great fight back in the second half by the Grizzlies. Absolutely beautiful performance. However, the Centurion Rugby Club did all the work in that first half. Let's have a quick look at that try that was scored by Werner Skuman. Just that offload. Beautifully weighted pass there. Werner securing that try that makes the scoreboard a little bit more respectable for the Grizzlies. Full time here in Centurion at the Centurion Rugby Club. 55-40 is the final score on the scoreboard. You have to give a massive shout out to the way in which the Centurion Rugby Club really stood up. Let's start off with the general, the man who plays scrummy but also handles the kicking responsibilities. Boerland, he's been absolutely fantastic. The 9-10 pairing between himself and Ethan has really found ways to break down the defensive structures of the Grizzlies. But then we have to talk about the right wing, the man with the number 14 on his back, Keith, securing a hat trick as well. Also had great support from players like Christian Delport, as well as Valdu in that back line. And then, of course, a special mention has to go to their forward pack, the engine room. Hugh Jordan, Besaidenout, Groblar, they were absolutely fantastic. But a man of the match performance could possibly go to Albert Bakker, the captain of the Centurion Rugby Club. That's how it ends. It is full time. Round number 4 of the Carlton Cup. 55-40 points to the Centurion Rugby Club against the Grizzlies. Stay tuned. We will be doing live interviews with the coaches and the players on the field. Of course, this is a special broadcast by the Global Sports Network, coming to you live on YouTube. Remember to like, to share, to comment, and to subscribe every single weekend, bringing you the finest in club rugby. Another W secured by the Centurion Rugby Club, 55 to 40 points against the Grizzlies. Stay tuned for the post-match presentation.
Die rooi sleutel.
Hy is agter in die producer seat.
Kyk vir hom. Nah, I just separate now. More like a friendly, like goodbye So maybe I was still a bit watching at mine. To come to watch. Yeah, I don't know. She's very positive, so I don't even think about that. I don't know. This is one of mine, eh? But Centurion right now,
Man of the match joins me right now, Keith Mulawuti, the man who secured an absolute fantastic hat-trick. My brother, what a brilliant performance from you this afternoon, securing the W for your team, continuing your campaign in the Carlton Cup. You must be quite happy with that performance.
Amazing, electric. Can't explain how I'm feeling right now. It's an amazing season, team's amazing, the atmosphere is great. It's just amazing.
Talk to me about the players in your back line as well. Of course, we know that Boeland is the man who's the scrummy, also handles the kicking responsibilities. Players like Dalport as well, supporting you as well. How are you finding it just featuring in that back line? Because the support that you're getting from them allows you to flourish on the field as well.
No, 100%. So like I said in the previous interview as well, the team allows me to perform the way I perform. You understand? Just being around good quality players just makes me want to show more. You understand? So credit to them. Without them, I wouldn't be able to perform the way I perform.
Let's look at that first half versus the second half. First half, you guys completely dominated the game. And then in the second half, things fell apart. However, what went wrong in that second half? Because the momentum shifted in the second half.
No, so obviously we had a dip. And it's something we've been struggling with throughout the season. But then, like I said, we're going to regroup, work through it, and come back as a team and obviously work on it.
Now your home ground and these supporters have been vital to your success. I remember the game where you guys beat the Knocker Bulls by 1 point, 34-33. How important are the supporters here in Centurion? Because it seems that when they come out and support you guys always deliver.
No, the love from Centurion is amazing. Without our supporters, I don't think we'll be able to perform the way we perform. Like I said, we do it for them. They show up in numbers and we have to show up for them. You understand? So it's just amazing to see so many smiling faces, and it motivates us to just perform even harder. You understand? So it's amazing. It's amazing.
In terms of your personal goals and the team's goals for the season, I'm sure you want to lift the trophy at the end of the season, but individually, what do you want to achieve?
So, honestly speaking, I really don't know. I won't even lie to you. I'm just here to show up and just perform for the team, and obviously see where my talents can take me. You understand? I'm still young, and yeah. So I'm just looking. I'm just having fun. You understand? I'm just here enjoying my rugby.
Hat-trick secured by Keith Mulawuti. Brilliant performance. Go and celebrate with your team, my brother. Enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining us. Round number 4 of the Carlton Cup comes to an end. The Grizzlies, unfortunately, suffering a defeat here in Centurion to the Centurion Rugby Club, 55-40 points. The Centurion team smiling from ear to ear. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a special broadcast by the Global Sports Network.